Okay, welcome back to another back testing. My friend Max. We're gonna go ahead and get into the journal. Yeah, and I gotta be more consistent about this, to be honest, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, the high time frame chart. All right, so I'm gonna go start from the day and see how the week played out. All right, so we had this consolidation and then expansion. So from here, we're either going to see a continued, and let me go to the continuous contract, sorry. From this expansion, we're either going to see a retracement, which the retracement is what I'm looking for, but we may, see a little consolidation. So we'll see what it does first. But as for this, right here, I kind of like call this right, like poking down here, a reversal. So if that's a reversal, it can also be, a retracement back into this previous expansion range, and we do have multiple objectives there, including this. We have this SIBI right here. So that's kind of what I'm expecting on that. And let's go ahead and continue doing this. Move this to 12 a.m. Okay. So just looking at the individual days. So you can see pretty much last week we continued lower, and then at the end of the week we had displacement above this high, little consolidation. Okay, this is a retracement back into that previous expansion range. And then from there, after this liquidity is taken, I'm expecting higher prices. And I'm going to keep it flat at that because I want to look at this next week at the end of the week, or this is technically Saturday, but I want to be able to look at that next week and see if this came to fruition. So we're going to go ahead now. I'm going to go down to my lower time frame chart. We'll leave it at that. And we're going to go ahead and start from the 15-minute now. 15-minute, this, okay, gotcha. Okay, gonna remove this for now, and I was measuring that range out, traded into a discount, then move back further. And so my idea on Friday afternoon, which I'm gonna outline this in a second. In fact, let's move this to 8 p.m. Give me one sec, 8 p.m. It's a.m. 8. Wait, I technically, wait, is that it? No, I technically can't do 8 p.m. yet. But anyways, because it closed at 6. So just like I can do it for the rest of these, but anyways. All right, and we mark on the 15-minute, we mark this high, okay, and this low. So this is the high and low of the day. Okay, so the very first thing I recognize here, all right, is this BISI, or this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. All right, so in the afternoon, around 2 and on, okay, I saw it inching closer to this, and when this was rebalanced, or it doesn't have to rebalance the entire thing, but when it traded here, I was then expecting higher prices. I'm also going to show some of my executions as well, because one of them was not profitable. And I was expecting like a deeper draw into this. But anyways, without further ado, let's just go ahead and go now down to the 5-minute. You see it's more refined on the 5-minute. Okay. And so, in fact, let's go back to the 15 real quick. So let's see if I can get confirmation on what I've been saying. We've overall seen price, continuing lower. Like you see lower high, lower high, lower high. This level of sell side taken, this level of sell side taken, this level of sell side taken. Just repeats, okay? Then Wednesday, we get to Wednesday. It creates the low of the week and also took the level of sell side back from over here. Boom, reversal. So price instantly starts moving the other direction. We have all these different highs then for the week starting to be taken out. All these levels of buy stops, all these highs, get taken out. Besides last Thursday, which I still believe we're moving close to that. But anyways, so with that in mind, okay, we see this large move here. And so with that, we're expecting this energetic movement, a form of retracement. That was my idea with it coming down here, and it did. But it didn't go as deep as I maybe would have hoped. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that as for there. And now I'm going to go into my executions and kind of why it didn't work out. And next week, I'm going to work on doing this for all the charts. So the videos will be a little longer that I post, but we're just going to do it on every chart because I need to have an understanding for more than just the NASDAQ. And I know that. I don't know why I've been doing it like this. I've just been lazy, to be honest. So what do I do again? Oh yeah, and let me load my execution layout. Here, we'll do that first. Actually, let's put the executions on. Okay. And yes, I was profitable last week. Could have been a little more profitable, but all right. So I'm not really gonna, explain or go too deep into what I'm looking for here because I kind of want to keep this low key. But anyways, after lunch, here we go, 1:30. I'm not even looking at the morning session because I don't have time to trade them. So I'm really only like by the time this comes around, I'm like, where are we at in the current range? Now it's important to mention where do we come from? Okay, expansion, consolidation, expansion. Okay, expansion, consolidation. All right, trades back into that. So this large move, what is that? That is, well, that's two things. Firstly, right here, now I'm seeing that as a reversal from this low and just going in the opposite direction. Also, I'm using that paired with my higher time frame analysis. I was also looking at the 130 because I ideally, wanted an entry below here. Now, I wasn't sure how deep it was going to go, but I did mark that busy, and that's what's outlined right here. So we're going to go ahead and get down to a lower time frame. Let me now put my executions on the chart, and then we can go ahead and look at this more in depth. All right. So, make sure. Okay. All right. So here we are. So here's 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock, I had this sell here, and then it was mainly because, like, or the idea that was framed here was displacement below this low, then retrading it. So again, I was mainly expecting it to continue lower, but as soon as I realized it was consolidating, I did close out the trade. Let's go to this. I also had was trading on the continuous contract, which I don't want. I want to be trading 1 unit on the mini or micro. All right. So I didn't go over this, but this was something I held the other night that closed out in the morning of the day. All right. So this was just because it was a full contract. This was completely accidental. I wasn't even trying to enter on this. So I just closed out the trade on it. And then from here, this is the little, why is it not showing? It was annoying me. I wanted to show where it closed. I want to make sure here. Executions, execution labels maybe? Oh, okay. Sorry. So I actually messed up what I was saying. All right. So actually, here we go. All right. So it's actually different. I'm gonna have to change it up because I realize now what I was thinking here. So actually, what I was looking at for this buy, okay, was this displacement higher and then trading back into that range. So from here, I was already expecting it to continue higher. And part of the reason was I was looking at this as a form of manipulation as well, and just the fact that we traded below that low. So I was also seeing that as a reversal. All right, now I bought down here. Okay, I sold that position up here. Now that logic was correct. Pretty much after that, and after we traded up here, I was expecting that to like continue lower. So after we had that expansion move, I was essentially expecting a reversal to these different, like this down here, this right here, and I didn't get it. But the logic framed was, okay, we have this low right here, displacement below that low, retraded, okay, and then right here I sold on this candle when it came back in and rebalanced that, and then afterwards, oh sorry, that was the sell. Sorry, this was the sell for this position. This was the sell that I entered. So this was the one that ended up being in a loss. Pretty sure my take profit got, I don't remember like where that is, where my take profit hit because it's not really showing me. But I got tapped out on this one, I believe. Um, unless no, sorry. Okay, now it makes sense. So I sold here with that expectation, and I got stopped out here, and that was at the consolidation. And so I assumed when I saw this and I got stopped out of my sell here, okay, because I was bearish, I was expecting a more aggressive run lower with that in mind. So when this happened, what I automatically assumed was this back here. I was looking at, hold on, and this is part of it. It's not completely wrong. Okay, looking at this. So I after that I was just okay, ran more aggressive, 10 until I got stopped out. Look at that clean, in the opposite direction. So I mean that would have been profitable without this leg, right? So what really was going on here? Let's go back to this 15-minute, and I'm gonna wrap this up here in just a sec. I do have some things to do. All right, boom, consolidation, expansion move, retraded to the order block for the down move, and that's pretty much where it was going back to. So expansion, expect expansion trade to order block. The wicks do the damage. The wick did do the damage in this case. Traded to that order block, and then we see price continuing to do what it actually wanted to do, and then do one more thing because it didn't completely deliver as expected. So after we had those, and keep in mind this is all like it traded up here, but this is all right here. This is like 1, 2, 3 minutes that for it to go, and it took out these relative equal lows. So it took out these sell stops, and then after that, we see it kind of. This is like the close of the day, like 4 o'clock, and then sorry, like 4 o'clock, and then just kind of does whatever it wants the rest of the day. So in retrospect, what can I learn from those? Well, first, I wasn't sad at all, mainly because, it was a learning opportunity. I wasn't beating myself up. I didn't feel like I missed that. The second thing was, to just really understand like where price came from, and that's what my friend Toli was explaining to me, but where price came from is a big thing as well. But overall, I reset this recently for my back testing, and currently I'm up 153 for the week. We started at 50,000, so I am profitable and it's still a win, even though it's not a massive win or anything. And like little things like this entry, like why am I not paying attention to the fact that I want to be trading micros, right? So stupid little accident, profitable setup, and then this could have been profitable, but it wasn't. I wasn't paying attention to this back here, and I wasn't. I just wasn't thinking about it. So we'll leave it at that. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get through the content this weekend. And by the way, I got fired from my job.